Welcome back, everybody, to the Aztecs franchise here on NBA 2K25. Last episode, we saw so far the best game of the entire series. It was a back-and-forth affair. Neither team led by more than 8 points the entire game, and our rookie first-round pick, John Cobb, put up 32 points and 7 assists on 13 for 21 shooting. He was awesome, especially there in the first half. NAZ REID has continued his phenomenal start to his first year with Mexico City, and James Wiseman also put up 20 points on 9 for 12 shooting, but we lost against Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, and the Dallas Mavericks by 1 single point. They were so close to winning this game, but they moved to 9-1 through their first 10 games. We are 5-6 through our first 11. Some folks said they want to see some playing time for our second-round pick, Wade Anderson, who is like a 69 overall currently. So I'm going to load our earlier rotation that we began the year with, and I'm going to divvy out the shooting guard minutes off the bench. So we'll give him 13 minutes off the bench to start things out. We'll give a few extra minutes to Okoro, who is on the court for more defensive purposes, and we'll give Josh Green a couple more off the bench to pretty much be our sixth man. And I will save this rotation. I think I want to watch a game against the Pacers here in this one, which would be about a month removed from that Dallas loss. So we have a couple of weeks to sim here. And if we do get a chance, we will get our first look at some draft prospects, perhaps later in the episode, because some folks were mentioning in the comments last episode that because we have John Cobb with that Kobe comp, you know, what if we went after a center who could be as generational as John Cobb seems, and then have that kind of new, modern Kobe and Shaq kind of a duo? That sounds kind of fun to me, but, you know, the chips will fall where they may. We got NAZ REID, who could be part of that big three because he's been our go-to scoring option so far this year. Now we got 3.5 weeks to go through. Let's go see what happens. And 1 week later, Gary Trent is also back, so we'll take a look real quick and see what Anderson was doing in these last couple of games before Trent came back into our lineup. He dropped one more against the Suns by 23 this time. Reed and Cobb both over 20 points. Anderson 0 for 5 from the field here in his first minutes of his career. Booker drops 38. Durant and Beal 20+. We got a close win against the Kings, 23 in 14 minutes for Wade Anderson to lead the way for Mexico City. That is an impressive performance in a game where Cobb and Reed and Alonzo, the three guys that we look to for most of our scoring, did not shoot very well from the field. He goes toe-to-toe with DeMar DeRozan, who drops 25, but we come out on top. We beat the Pistons behind 27 from Cobb and 23 from Lonzo. Anderson goes 2 for 2 in this game, dropping 9 points and going 4 for 4 at the line, while Reed shoots 2 for 12. Cade Cunningham, 37 points. Impressive display of offense there. We drop our third in as many games against the Suns. We've been blown out in 2 out of these 3 games. 30+ for Durant and Booker, just like back on opening night. And then NAZ REID dropping 32. Cobb missing 16 shots, many of which came from behind the arc. Anderson 3 for 8, 10 points. So he's actually been pretty solid since that first game he played. Harrow drops 21 in a Heat loss against Mexico City. Cobb 23. Wiseman a nice double-double. Reed 4 for 21. Probably his worst shooting day so far this year, while Anderson goes 1 for 6. And then we're coming off a 1-point loss against the Trailblazers, where Cobb drops 20. Reed 3 for 18, back-to-back, really horrible shooting days for him. Anderson 1 for 3. I think he's kind of earned some playing time, maybe. In just over 11 minutes of game time per game, he has averaged 7.6 points, about as well as Peyton Pritchard, who is not shooting very well. He is shooting better than Pritchard and very good from behind the arc. I think I will keep playing time in there for him. But we got to bring Gary Trent back because he was a solid player for us before he got hurt. And I think we need him for this offense to continue, not really continue, but just get back on track. We're going to start off by giving him some playing time in the first half. We'll give him 4 minutes there, and we'll give him like 3 in the third quarter. But again, I think we need Gary Trent out there more than we need to get playing time for our second round pick, because Trent, again, is a solid player for us, and he needs to be out there on the court. In our very next game, we lose our starting point guard, Lonzo Ball, to a severe left ankle sprain. And that comes off a win, so that's another key loss for us. I guess we have to start Peyton Pritchard now at point guard, which is going to leave some minutes open for Javon Carter to get some playing time at point off the bench. This will also, I assume, hurt our defense because Lonzo was a good defender, but now he's back a little bit earlier than I imagined. The injury, time for these injuries just never really matches up. It was a problem in the last two 2Ks as well, so I guess kind of cut the time in half than what it says, and he'll be back early. So we'll bring Lonzo back in, and we come into our next game at 10-14 on a 3-game losing streak. We beat the Heat once again with a bounce-back day for NAZ REID, 14, 7, and 11 for Lonzo. Cobb goes 4 for 12. Jimmy Butler drops 18 points, but they only score 87 in that Aztecs win. We got blown out by the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes off, stuffing the stat sheet. Chet Holmgren, 22 and 15. Really tough matchup for us. We are not a good team against superstar offensive players. And NAZ REID drops 28 on 27 shot attempts. Pretty good day for Gary Trent off the bench. Cobb only took 7 shots and must have fouled out here early on with 6 and only 20 minutes of game time. So he missed him for the fourth quarter, it seems. But then he comes back and drops 35 despite the loss against the Warriors. NAZ REID drops 24. 26 for Steph, 22 for Malik Monk. He bounced back against the Wizards, our most recent win on the schedule. Jordan Poole, 31. Kuzma, 23. Cobb and Okoro with 20-plus on a perfect shooting day for Okoro, no less. And then the losing streak started against the Pacers, who were previously 5-5. Now they're 15-7, so they're on quite a tear. And we have to face them up next. 30 points for Halliburton, 15-12, and just double-doubles for Siakam and Miles Turner, who we tried to bring in this past off-season. Reed drops 18, Okoro drops 18, Cobb 4 for 11, as Carter went 0 for 7 before Lonzo was able to come back. We lost by 1 against the Denver Nuggets. A couple of really close games that we have not come out on top of. 31 for Cobb, 35 for Jokic. And now our last game, we lost by 5 against Philadelphia, who have Maxey, Paul George, Jalen Duren, and Embiid, who seems to be shaken up entering this game. Although Maxey drops 35, Reed 25, Cobb 20. And now we are 10-14, 4 games below 500. These last couple of weeks, there has definitely been a drop in production for both NAZ REID and John Cobb. But Cobb is shooting 45%, which is really good for a rookie that has no badges. And now he's up to a 72 overall entering this next game. But here we go. Both teams back to full health, or at least we are back to full health, coming into a home game against the Indiana Pacers, winners of 10 of their last 12 games. Very impressive stretch for them as they look to kind of surprise the NBA as once again being Eastern Conference contenders. And we come in with kind of a last couple of weeks where we have not played very well. Okoro, though, continues to improve. 15 points per game in his last 5, looking for a similar game here back in Mexico City. Tip-off is officially underway here at the Palacio de los Deportes. Here we go. First shot of the day will be from the Aztecs. It's going to be NAZ REID rattling off the first attempt, but it's no good. Very contested shots. Both teams wearing their statement uniforms here, by the way. We've got the CDMX uniforms out there as they're going to wear their kind of slight throwback yellow uniforms. Lonzo Ball called for a shooting foul here. Tyrese Halliburton nearly dropping 30 and 10 this year with points and assists. Very impressive start to the year for him. As for us, NAZ REID looks to get back on track, back to his mid-20s scoring ways here after kind of a slow last couple of weeks offensively. He goes up and under with it over Siakam, off the backboard and through for our first points. Good penetration by Halliburton. He gets the soft touch to drop. High ball screen set by REID. Lonzo into a 3-ball, can't get it to go. And if you recall, he went 0 for 6 from behind the arc and missed every field goal attempt in that game against Dallas last episode, which was a big contributor to our loss in that game as he deflects the pass, but Siakam gets it back and jams it in. Catch and shoot. John Cobb's first jump shot is up and in. I would love to see a similar game for him as we saw against the Mavericks. That would be a really good sign that he can be that very consistent second option this year and potentially number 1 option later on in his career as ball gets shaken off of Hallie, and it's 8-5 Pacers. Cobb's calling for it. Okoro gets it to him. Fading away from the elbow. Nice play. Behind the arc, here's Tyrese Halliburton. That one off the mark. Off the screen, Cobb steps into a 3, but can't hit this time. Out to Hallie, great transition offense from the Pacers. And they lead by 4. And we turn the ball over. It is stolen away by Shepherd. Benedict Mathurin, open triple, another fast break bucket for Indiana. Double screen set for Okoro right down the lane and fouled by Halliburton.
First personal foul, first team foul.
First free throws for the Aztecs here in this one, and Okoro misses the front end. He has shot very well this year, though. 57% from the field, but 0 for 2 at the line. Little pick play here for Siakam. His triple won't drop in. Trying to get the offense going. Here's REID all the way to the 10 with the finger roll. Low block, spinning and shooting off Wiseman under the basket. Turner with, I want to say, his first points. Defense not off to a great start, and we're going to call a timeout. Well, Cobb has a lane. Turner gets there late and picks up the foul. That's free throws for the rookie. He's got 5 points already, adding to it early in the first quarter. Looking for another strong performance. And he is off to a good start. A couple of lucky rolls, and they both drop in. Turner sets the screen. Siakam over the top, back to him with the flush. Handing off to Ball. He bobbles the pass, throws up an acrobatic attempt, and he is fouled by one of the best 6 men of the entire NBA, TJ McConnell. And after Okoro misses his free throws, Ball goes 1 for 2. Got to work on these free throws because those will come into play in close games. Halliburton gets downhill and is blocked by Okoro, who's waiting right there at the rim for him. Fast break. Wiseman got Turner up in the air, but does not go up with it. He will eventually, though. Good defense, better offense by Wiseman. I think he's really been very impressive for us in the starting role virtually all season long. Siakam given space by REID, and he drills it. Cobb steps back, picks up his dribble. Gotta find a shot. It's Lonzo with it. Driving on McConnell, slipping by him, and he got the basket plus the foul. It's already number 2 on McConnell. The free throw for Ball will go. Shot clock under 5. Halliburton drives, reverse layup, got it to go between 2 defenders. Wiseman sets the screen. Lonzo finds room and hits the triple. Oh, Halliburton just shook Okoro loose, but cannot lease it from deep. I want to get NAZ REID more involved here offensively here. Yeah, I've not really seen him be too involved early on in this one. Now he's calling for it. Turner draped all over him. He pumps and got fouled hard. That's the 5th foul on the Pacers. That'll put us in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. First one drops in. He's our best free throw shooter at just below 90%. And he goes a perfect 2 for 2. Down to Siakam. Drummond now in. He's draped all over him and blocks the shot. Siakam gets it back. The clock is not reset. Mathurin's shot is contested and won't go. REID wants it down low. He's got Nesmith on his outward hip, but he gets inside. Great positioning by NAZ REID, and a good pass inside by Okoro. Driving baseline. Mathurin, tough shot. Really good defense by Gary Trent. Trent steps into a 3-ball and gets the lucky shooter's roll. Timeout Pacers. Hand off to McConnell. Tough shot. Nearly got the and one there. Foul's called against Andre Drummond. Run end will not drop in for McConnell. They brought in Jarris Walker to close the quarter. 3-point Aztecs lead. The Trent handoff. The shot from the elbow is nothing but nylon. Connell spins, pulls up over Pritchard and knocks it down. Trent driving and left it short, but he was fouled on the layup attempt by Mathurin. First one will go. And Gary Trent's looking to get us over 30 points here in the first quarter. Can't do it here. Baseline on the backdoor cut. McConnell got home. Williams cuts. Drummond finds him, and Toppin's too late to react. Final shot of the quarter coming up. A tough finish for McConnell, man. Pritchard's defense just is so lackluster as Trent nearly hits the half quarter. But Mexico City leads after one, 32-30. Start of the second quarter. A Mathurin 3 will put the Pacers on top. Gotta find a shot here. It's Pritchard with it, creating space for himself, but his shot won't go. I have not liked his play either last year or this year. He could be a guy that we look to trade at the deadline if things don't pick up for him. Jarris Walker catches the alley-oop, and the Pacers lead by 3. Ooh, mismatch down low. Adams with McConnell on him, leaving Cobb open for 3. It won't go, but Adams tracks it down. Pritchard, second chance. He missed it. Nearly stolen, and Mathurin drives to the rim and rocks it. Counting off a screen, Cobb tries again, and this time connects. Pick and roll. Mathurin cannot find Toppin. Shot clock winding down. Has to find something. It's going to be a Ben Shepherd attempt, and he nails it in Cobb's mouth. Cobb, good pump fake. He's got to lay it all the way to the tin. Mathurin creates space off the screen and knocks down the jump shot. Pacers hanging on to their slim lead. Downhill, it's Okoro with the blow-by. McConnell has it. Working on Lonzo, but can't shake him loose. Backdoor, it's Adams to tie things at 41 apiece. Backdoor, it's Toppin with the finish at the rim. The assist goes to Mathurin. They've already got 43 points, just over half the quarter left to play. Screen comes up. Lonzo pulls the trigger and sticks it. Tyrese Halliburton back in the game for the Pacers. He spots one up, but cannot hit it. We take out John Cobb, and here is our first look at Wade Anderson, the second-round pick, and he's going to draw the reach-in foul almost immediately. Pass deflected. Lonzo gets to it and fires, and he got it to go. Open three, it's Aaron Nesmith draining it from the top of the key. And we're tied again at 46 apiece. Lonzo so far has been way better from the field than he was against Dallas. Already 12 points, just below 60% shooting. NAZ REID lets it fly, but that one's not going to go. Still has not scored since the first quarter, but 5 to go in the half. Plenty of time. Straight look, and Toppin will put Indiana back in front. In the corner, there's space, but Anderson's first shot won't drop in. All the way up to Toppin for the rim rocker. And it's 51-46, an 8-0 run by the Pacers. The last minute and change. And we gotta get ourselves back on track offensively. Lonzo pulls up. No good, but Wiseman flies in for the putback. Siakam calling for it. Slow block facing Wiseman. And he's going to draw the foul. Just the first on the Aztecs here in the quarter. Very low fouling quarter here for both teams after we drew 6 on the Pacers back in Q1. Pritchard and Green check in as the free throws by Siakam are split. Anderson, fast break, triple! Got it to go as he hits the deck. Okay. Halliburton trying to respond, but that hits the back iron, does not go in. Here's our chance to retake the lead. Pritchard finally got one to drop. Halliburton steps back. Foot on the line. We're tied again. Both teams shooting over 55% here in the first half. We need some room here. We're not going to get it. Pritchard can't hit. Screen set by Siakam. Halliburton crosses over and connects on the triple. And the Pacers once again have a lead. Going back and forth just like against Dallas in our last matchup. Spinning and missing is NAZ REID. We got a mismatch somewhere. They're setting up for it. Siakam backing down Pritchard. And that's just way too easy. 2.4 left. Pritchard does not even fire. And the Pacers lead by 5 at the break. away we go here in the second half, folks. Looking to get back in the lead here early in this third quarter, but the Pacers lead 59-54. Defense has not been very good, but luckily they have missed some wide open shots, as have we. Lonzo, back to Cobb, wide open three. You gotta hit that one next time, Rook. He's not gonna be that, efficient of a player game by game until he grows, as the backboard attempt won't go for Halliburton. NAZ REID looking to find some space, stumped inside to Wiseman on the mismatch. 2 points. Shepard whips it inside. Halliburton out to Siakam. That ball was blocked by NAZ REID. NAZ REID fires. His three ball rattles in. We're tied. Halliburton rounds the screen. Steps back. Lets it rip. But it's offline. Inside. REID pumps. Skits around Siakam and puts the Aztecs on top. Did not score last quarter, but now has 5 to open the third. It's left outside. Mathurin tries again, and this time has it to go. That's their first bucket of the half. Over the top. Great pass by Alonzo. Turner couldn't get to it. Off the handoff, Siakam lets one rip, and that is the 10th lead change of the game. Just like Dallas, man. Just back and forth, neither team pulling away. Cobb drives and nearly got the buckets. That's number 3 on Turner. Cobb's got 12 so far, adding to it at the charity stripe. So he, REID, Lonzo, all above 10 points already. Looking for more of the same and hopes to get her first showcase win here in year 2. We'll pick and roll here. Wiseman caught sleeping and he gets there late. Okoro steps into a 3 and hits it. What a play. Behind the back to Turner. Wiseman caught behind him. And we're tied at 68 apiece. Looking for a bucket here. Okoro cannot hit 2 in a row. That was a much tougher attempt. Siakam, couple of crossovers here, looking to get inside, but REID wards him off. Turner, another basket. Cobb, inside to REID on the backdoor cuts. Tied again. REID's got 15 points. Halliburton slips inside, has that one rejected by Lonzo. One of very few blocks so far in this game, but he's got one, REID's got one. Wiseman just fires. That's not going to go in anytime soon. Turner the screen. Siakam going to work against NAZ, and he will draw the foul eventually. The front end is off the mark. Again, free throws are key in close games like this. Both teams have missed a couple. Anderson, Pritchard, Green, Adams all back in. NAZ REID stays out there for the Aztecs. Can the rookie give us some life here on offense? It's going to be a NAZ REID shot instead, heavily contested. Mismatch down low. Halliburton sees it. Help comes, but it's another guard that's too small to get to Turner. He has had a pretty big third here against this defense. And it's put the Pacers on top by 4. Green takes double screens, has room, but can't hit, and REID can't get to the rebound. Need to stop right here. Mathurin has a mismatch, and he's fouled. Back-to-back fouls by Mexico City. First one good. Mathurin, perfect. Mathurin Mid-range jump shot, rattling off the backboard and through. Another Pacers run. And they have what might be the largest lead of the game so far. Come on, NAZ REID. Knock it down. Yes, sir. What a blow by Halliburton. Gets the shooter's bounce. He's got 18 points. So does NAZ REID. They lead their respective teams right now in scoring. REID is gonna miss the dunk. No, I thought he had it. Fast break. Mathurin cannot make us pay. Inside, Adams will jam it in this time, and it's back to 5. We're desperate for a stop. Pritchard just couldn't get to the ball on the steal attempt. And once again, our defense has looked way worse when he is out there. That's a tough shot. REID can't knock it through. Siakam drew the foul. Number 4 on Mexico City. First one drops in. Gonna bring in Grant Williams and Gary Trent to close the quarter as the free throws will both go for Siakam. You gotta finish these quarters strong, man, especially the third quarter. That's the most important one to finish strong besides the fourth. Cannot be trailing by double digits entering the fourth quarter. It's just not gonna work. Inside and stolen this time by Siakam. 2-on-1. Toppin gives them the 11-point lead they were looking for. Oh, man. Really poor third quarter. These last couple minutes especially by both the offense and defense. It's costing us dearly. That is not an easy shot, but Trent sinks it from behind the arc. They'll get it back to single digits. The half quarter won't go. The Pacers lead by 8 with 12 to play. The fourth quarter begins and we almost turn the ball over. REID over Obi Toppin cannot hit. All right, we cannot play good offense. Got to get some defensive stops here with Pritchard finally out of the game. And Lonzo back in. McConnell slips inside and got the bucket. Are you kidding? The and one is completed by McConnell at the line. We have work to do here. Downhill, pulling up. The 3 won't go. We have missed way too many of those open looks. Shepard, baseline. Another foul is called. They're getting every call they can possibly get here. Shepard. 1 for 2. Couple screens. Lonzo tries again, but misses. And now Shepard got the bucket and he was fouled another time. This time it's Drummond called for it. Every time down the court we can't keep our hands off him. And now we're down by 15 points all of a sudden. Trent tries a jump shot and hits. Oh no. Open look. Luckily he missed it. But right now they're shooting 56%. We're shooting 48%. Lonzo will respond. Finally we get a call going our way. Now a 3-point play chance for Ball. But he misses at the line. Lonzo will fire instead, just muscling around McConnell. Obi Toppin fires, straight away look, and he got all of it. Shot clock winding down. REID connects on a triple. It's back to 9. I'm going to make one quick defensive change here. We have given way too much space off ball to these players and also off of screens as well. So we're going to have to Big adjustments here. First of all, for all on-ball and off-ball pressure, I want tight. I don't want space, especially off-ball, where guys can just catch the ball and shoot. And for screens, not really sure how to do this against every player on their team because that might mess things up. But at least we need just tight pressure across the board. We'll see if that makes a difference here on defense. Still plenty of time left to go. But offense not keeping up so far with their offense. Got to create some tough shots for them. McConnell spins. Tough shots. Good defense by Lonzo. Can we capitalize on the other end? REID missed it, but misses the putback to it. Thought he had it. Oh, man. Siakam with a hand in his face. Can't get it to go, but he falls his own shot and puts it in. Pritchard spots up. You gotta just, at some point, you gotta hit a couple threes in a row, right? Like, surely. McConnell. Got it! When Pritchard comes in, everything just comes to a screeching halt. I'm calling timeout. I'm bringing in our starters for the rest of the game. REID is pretty tired, but he's got to be out there. So does Cobb. So does Wiseman for that inside defense. At least, you know, that's what we're hoping for. It was not the case back in the third quarter, but we'll see what happens. Can the Aztecs just mount some kind of a comeback here and make things interesting? Okoro can't knock it down. We have not shot very well from behind the arc, I don't think. It's probably like 32, 33%. We'll check in a moment. Mathurin drives on Cobb. And he's fouled with the basket. And we brought Pritchard back in. Why, God, why? I want Lonzo out there, man. He's not even tired. Well, we trail by 16. We are in, once again, a very tough matchup. We'll play somebody that's more on our level next time around because the Pacers, like the Suns and Mavericks, are going to be a top conference contender. So, again, a big test for us. And so far, we have not met their standard. Halliburton rises. The three won't go. We grab the miss. Cobb inside to Wiseman. He's got the size over top it and does draw the foul eventually. We've already put the Pacers in the bonus, by the way, for the rest of the fourth quarter with that last foul a couple minutes ago. Wiseman goes 2 for 2. Big shots right there. So far, by the way, we have shot 35% from downtown. They have shot just shy of 40. They have been the more efficient team out there, but they've taken way less three-pointers than we have. But we keep on fouling them, and that's not going to help us out because they've been better at the line as well. But Halliburton goes 1 for 2. Setting up for Cobb. Catch and shoot 3. Perfect. 5 minutes to play, and the pick and roll has really killed Wiseman on defense ever since halftime. Screen sets, Okoro won't try here. Clock under 5. Cobb shoots and misses. McConnell all the way to the rim. Hands it off to Turner. Wiseman right there to meet him. We are running out of time here. Wiseman will put it back to 10. Siakam. Stutter steps, gets by REID, and hits the pull-up. Catch and shoots. Cobb, top of the key, got the shooter's roll. He's been pretty efficient so far in this one. Siakam fouled. The amount of foul calls that they have drawn here in the fourth quarter is absolutely asinine. With free throws alone, I think they would be in front. Like they have I think 8 more so far than we have because they're drawing so many. They gotta score fast here. We're not going to, but Lonzo will connect on the deep ball, and it's back to 7. Just do not foul. Stay in front of your man. Siakam penetrates. REID is not going to put a hand up. We're running out of time. Lonzo misses the open jump shot. That was a confident pull-up, but they turn the ball over. You got to go quick. Lonzo got the layup. Halliburton out to Siakam. Just stay in front. Make sure you put a hand at this time, REID. Siakam, no good. It's still alive. The door is still open if you score here. It's Okoro. Wide open. Yes! Okay, 4 points. The closest this game has been since the early third quarter. Screen set. Halliburton! Got it to go! That quiets the crowd and sucks the complete life out of the arena. Man. Cobb got it over Shepherd. There's still a slim chance, but you got to get 2 stops and 2 buckets. One of those has to be a 3. We're going to double Halliburton late game. Turner. Cross court. Finds Shepherd. Good defense by the Aztecs. Now we just foul. Why? Why reach in there? They were about to fire. They had to. Now you put one of their best free throw shooters at the stripe. I just don't understand. That makes no sense. That's gonna essentially end the ball game here. We're just out of time. Cobb spinning, but left it short, and that will definitely close the door on any potential comeback. Oh man, that is just a really frustrating loss on both ends of the court. There's so many missed downtown shots, too many fourth quarter foul attempts, leaving guys open, especially off of screens. And we lose by 7. You know, we lost by 12 against Phoenix, by 1 against Dallas, and now 7 against Indiana. Not a bad average across those 3 games, but to not win any of those is definitely disappointing, especially this one and our last one against the Mavericks. This team for sure still has a lot of things to figure out. We're still a very budding, franchise here. It's only year 2. We're not even halfway through it. 20 plus for Lonzo, Cobb, and NAZ REID. Double-double for REID and Wiseman, but we do fall short. Pritchard, 1 for 6. He is playing himself into a trade in my mind, at least at this point in the year. He has not been good for us on offense, which is what he is supposed to be doing. We know that he can't play defense, but, offensively, he needs to really step up. And we allow 20 plus to Siakam, Mathurin, Halliburton, Miles Turner, and Siakam, both double-doubles. Pretty even box scores, all things considered, but their bench was way better than ours was, and we just missed too many 3-point chances. We do end up shooting 40%. But I mean, there were a lot of points left out there at the line and behind the arc. Too many points allowed down low. Wiseman was not good on defense, hardly at all. Turner had his number all second half. That was also a big contributor to our loss. And that makes it 4 in a row, entering around the halfway point in December. So through 25 games, we're 10 and 15. And we will get our first look at this next draft class in the next episode, folks. We're going to end the episode right here. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave your feedback down below and your thoughts on the team and on who we should think about trading, as we're probably like, want to say 2-ish months away. Yeah, 2 months almost exactly from the deadline. So gotta start thinking about guys that aren't really playing up to par or up to our future standards, and we'll go from there. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and have a great day.